Well, that was quick. Alright guys, it's been quite a while, but I thought I'd just do a quick little video on these new tyres that I've just got. I have gone and got some, what are they called, Michelin Pilot Power 3s. And I used to have the Pirelli, what were they, Pirelli Diablo Rossos. And I have to say, there's a huge difference between the two. Obviously, I mean, the Pirellis were pretty old and pretty worn, so you know, any new tyre is going to be better than that. But I suppose when I first got this bike and the Pirellis were pretty new, you know, I got onto this thing and I'm like, oh yeah, these tyres are okay. I wasn't too impressed with them. I've got these tyres straight on. Immediate difference. Huge notice. You notice it so much. Yeah, I mean, it's not too much to say about tyres, really. Besides, you know, they grip better or, you know, they have better performance in the wet. I suppose, like, the first thing I noticed when I got on the bike and I started, like, turning stuff was, you know, just the, you know, how it wants to make you lean into a corner. My old tyres, you know, it was like, no, stand up straight, like, don't lean. This doesn't feel good, we don't want to lean. These ones, it's like, it's just sort of like gently, gradually getting into the corner, and it's so much easier. I know I'm ranting a little bit here, but I guess this is the first time I'm on a motorbike that I've had, you know, quite good tyres, quite good sporty tyres. So I'm a little bit. I only got these yesterday, you know. I was just so excited that I wanted to make a quick little video showing them off a little bit. I mean, I'm still bedding them in. Like the guys said, they scrubbed the crap, like the resin and stuff off, but you know, you can never be too sure, especially on a motorbike. So, but yeah, it's just, you know, obviously every new tyres are always great, but oh god, this is so much better than anything that I've had before, you know, on my other bikes and, you know, other people's bikes I've ridden. It's a hard thing. It is a hard thing to judge because, you know, especially if you go from bike to bike, you know, the bike will feel different, and you have to get used to the bike before you can understand the tyres, I suppose. So, but all I can say about these tyres are good, and good. You know, the guy at the shop said these things are great in the wet. You know, they last, for a sport tyre, they're the longest lasting you can get, and they grip. You know, I think the technology they keep talking about, you know, it's got so much technology in it. You know, it's got, like, on the fronts, I think it's like 50% in the middle, 50% like sort of medium tread, and then on 25% on each side, it's got the softer tread. And on the rear, they've got this new thing that they've done, whereas, you know, 50% in the middle is medium, and then, you know, 25% on each side is soft, but it only, like, sort of it's not like 100% soft throughout, like, each side of the tyre. It's sort of like cuts like a groove through it, so that's supposed to, you know, give you better stability and whatnot. So that's the tyre, I guess, in a technical nutshell. And, you know, they're not like the cheapest you can get, but, you know, compared to, you know, what else you can get, they're pretty much, you know, amazing value. You know, I'm not going to say how much I paid for them because, you know, everyone's a little bit different. Someone might be having a deal here, and, you know, there's no need to cause, you know, trouble in the industry, so to speak. But I'm getting every bloody light. You come out here to, like, get some peace, and they just keep building lights out here. God. Oh, now it changes when I stopped. I'll just say though that my confidence immediately got increased when I got these tyres. You know, I wasn't feeling the best yesterday when I went and got the tyres done, a little bit tired, but when I got on the bike I just wanted to keep riding it. I should have probably gone home and rested, you know, but, you know, I was like, no, I'm going to the mountains, I'm doing it, I'm going to do a quick little lap. So, A+ tyres, you know, for the money you're paying and the sort of you know, functionality of them, you could say A+. You know, I'm no tyre guru, of course. You know, I haven't tried every single one, but you know, I'll say this: they're a very good tyre. I've just got such more confidence leaning now. You know, before it was sort of like, oh, I don't know what I'm. You know, you got to like battle with it a little bit. Yeah, now the front just stays straight. You know, you can just lean and I haven't even tested it out like fully yet. But you know, that's just the feeling it's giving me around these, you know, sort of mundane corners. Like, you know, I can just point it where I want it to go, and it goes there. So, if you're looking at getting some tyres, you're not too sure, like I was. You know, I'm not too sure. I wasn't sure if I wanted to spend, you know, go the Michelins and go the, you know, semi-premiums. I thought, you know, well, how much better could it be for a road bike? It's a lot better, trust me. You know, if you have the money, like, and you want to get some good tyres, you might as well just spend like the tiny bit extra for the Pilot Power 3s. Michelins, and you'll be happy. You know, you won't be like, oh, yeah, these are okay, I guess, they should last me. No, you will be happy. Anyway, yeah, it's been a while since I've done one of these. You know, life gets in the way and whatnot, but I guess I'll get past these guys. Yeah, I've done a few things to this thing since I've been away. I've gone and lowered my handlebars. I'm still not quite used to this. Anyway, I've gone and lowered my handlebars. So instead of like when I stop at some point, you know, I might show you guys. But pretty much what I've done, instead of having the handlebars like up higher because they're on like a rolling bar, I've just sort of like lowered them down a little bit. And that's given me a lot more control over the front. Instead of being up and just sort of along for the ride, you know, you're sitting on you can sit on the bike and, you know, sort of lean in, like have a more direct lean in, you know, without having to like get up off your feet sort of thing. So yeah, I've gone on that. You know, it's it's free. You don't have to pay anyone. You just have to take like these 4 sort of Allen keys out and just, you know, position it in the right way. Make sure you mark it. I've gone and marked it so I know where the original position is. But yeah, like, you know, it's pretty easy, and you can just sort of, I guess it's a nice customizable feature that you can do with your bike. So that's another thing. Gee, what else have I done to this thing? I did an oil change. that was great, man. Oh, that's just improved everything. So, you know, I did that one. I did the tyres. Oh, I did the forks. Yeah, that's right. I swapped the fork oil out. I want to change the springs at some point, maybe, to something more stiff. But yeah, I went and changed. I think I had 10 weight oil in there, and I went down to Super Cheap and got some 15 weight oil. Put that one in, and that's made a pretty big difference too. I mean, I was hoping for more, as you do. You want like the best performance you can get, but you know, it has made a very noticeable sort of difference. You know, I'm not like around town. I'm not like, oh fuck, you know, I'm going into this corner. When you're grabbing the brake, you have a lot more sort of control over the front instead of just diving for it. So, you know, that was pretty good. It wasn't too hard either. You know, just these things have got like a center stand, so you just have to prop them up on that and then get something to, you know, just sort of lean it back pretty much. You don't have to even prop the front up. You just have to, just lean it back on the center stand, and bam, you know, you can get access to the whole front. So, you know, that was pretty easy. It's kind of first time I did that too, so it was good to do. I'm still not 100% convinced about getting an exhaust for this thing. You know, they're under the seat, the exhaust, so you know, you have to get something that, well, there's usually a lot more metal involved with building something for that sort of thing. So obviously they seem to be more expensive than this, you know, your side pipes and whatnot, and they can be like a couple $100 for a good one, and You know, for this under the seat one, you're spending up to $1,000, you know, for something that you'd want to have on your bike for a long period of time. So, yeah, I don't know if I want to go like upgrade to 1,000 or something, you know, in a short amount of time. I mean, I've got these new tyres on, so I'm pretty happy with this thing now. But yeah, it's the 1,000 is looming. I've had a few tastes of the 1,000, so I'm definitely getting interested. Yeah, I've had this for probably about 6 months now. You know, I got it in July, I think. Yeah, about July, and you know, it's been great. It's a fantastic bike. It's pretty hard to fault, but yeah, you just get used to the power, you know. Out in the country there. Yeah, this turn-in is just amazing compared to my old tyres. And it just feels normal. Like the whole bike feels like it's sort of straight, and you can just lean with it. Whereas the old one, you sort of like had to like fight with the front. You know, you had to like push down really hard on your inside bar to counter steer. You know, it's virtually non-existent now. So. Such confidence. So anyway, yeah, that's just a quick little video. Well, I don't know if it was that quick. I intended it for it to be just a quick little video, you know, talking about the tyres, and then I obviously got a bit carried away, but you know, kill me. So yeah, if you guys got any ideas for what sort of bikes I should be looking for my next one, I'm interested in the FZ1. I'm not going for something crazy like, you know, your fucking ZX10s and whatnot. But yeah, I just want something that I can use, because you know, this is my only form of transport. So yeah, I just want like a better bike that, you know, maybe has a bit more grunt. So yeah, if you guys got any ideas, throw me a message or a comment. And yeah, peace out, bros.